What's up, everybody? This is Tracie from the Purple House. Haven't you heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. What? Anchor will distribute your podcast so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Everything you need in one place just to make this podcast? Hell yeah, y'all. So download Anchor free app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Peace out, y'all.
Talk is talk, talk is cheap. Tell it to her, don't say it to me.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is the Purple House, and tonight we got a small little panel. Tonight it's me and my boy Cal. What's going on, Calvin?
Not much. It's been a kind of a slow day.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
what
a Sunday.
I think. A
Some
Sunday.
people were excited because, if I'm not mistaken, football season started today.
All right. Dun, 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 dun.
I think the New Orleans Saints played a game today.
The New Orleans. The New Orleans.
I'm sorry, New Orleans
No,
Saints.
it's New Orleans. That's how you can tell the people who not from here.
Yeah.
From the people who are here. The
Every
people
time-
who are here is New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's 3 syllable. But the people who are like not from here is New Orleans. You know.
How about New Orleans? They said, yeah, you're not from here, are you?
Right?
No, I'm not actually, no.
You got to be an Orlean, not an Orlean.
I just say NOLA.
Right, NOLA. Some people say that. But anyway, I mean, how was your Sunday so far, sir?
Very chill, very relaxed. I did some writing, listened to some music, talked to my family. Watched 2 of my favorite movies.
Which one? I think I seen it on Facebook. You was watching the Jennifer Lopez movies. And don't get me wrong, I like the Jennifer Lopez.
The Wedding Planner.
Yes, that was a good one.
And also
Maximo.
Maximo was cute. Maximo was cute.
Maximo.
And My Best Friend's Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, 2 of my favorite movies.
That's what's up. I think my favorite movie is Misery. Anything by Stephen King I like. But tonight we got 2 topics that we're going to talk about. One of them is...
I think it's a very controversial, very touchy topic.
It's taboo.
Should be very, very, very taboo. And kind of, if you kind of want to be honest, it kind of falls back into the show we had about fetishes, because some people would consider it a fetish. Should pedophilia be considered a sexual orientation? Because there are people who are arguing now that, much like homosexuality, transgender, what have you, that pedophilia should be now considered a sexual orientation and not a mental disorder, or it should be legalized.
Now, when you say, the thing about that, to me, I think when you say pedophilia,
it just sounds bad.
It's bad. I think it's bad, but I wouldn't want it to be something considered as a sexual orientation.
Yeah.
I really think that pedophilia has such a strong background, that even for people, like we were speaking about it before we started the show tonight, even the people who have been down that road, I feel they have such a bad name when learning the error of their ways. Like, when it comes down to, pedophilia, people get that, what it is, what's the law? The sexual
Age of consent, or
no, when they come out of jail and they have the cards.
Oh, the sex offender registry?
The sex offenders registration. So when when they become sex offenders because of pedophilia, sometimes it's not under that law. What if it's because you're of age and that person is like a year under or a couple of months under, but because it's considered a couple of months under that proper age, they still get rolled up as sexual offense.
Well, yes, I think in instances like that, an exception should be made. But this clearly isn't even along the same lines. These are people who are sexually attracted to children. And when I say children, I mean kids from ages anywhere as young as probably 2 or 3 up to the age of 15.
And I don't see that. That's the part that blows my mind, though. Like, okay, and I hate to use this as an example, but like my good old homeboy Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace. If you're an adult, okay, and you turn around and you have this thing for a minor, or let's even go below minor, an adolescent, which is like within that age of...
Yeah, adolescent is...
kid to, what,
no, it's like
10,
it's
11?
Like from, I want to say 11 to 15, 16.
Right. So if you start... How can you connect emotionally? You know what I'm saying? How can you connect spiritually or even mentally with the mind of a child?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of, you being the person who knows right from wrong to want to touch or play with or fondle or even, I guess, try to have sex with a kid or a child when they don't even know what's right and wrong.
Right.
In my mind, I feel like that pushes them into making choices in life that they could have made different.
Right.
Or it can totally turn them into the next rapist, serial killer, because of their minds start to go into that entrapment phase because,
It's interesting that you say that because when we did the up close and personal episode with me, and I was very open and candid about certain things that happened to me in my past. I did open up about having been molested growing up.
Right.
But I had a best friend, and she had 2 sons, and I told her about it, what happened to me, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, Calvin, I'm so sorry that happened to you." And she trusted me around her sons, which I really appreciated.
Right.
However, her mom, when she told her mom about what happened to me, she was like, "Well, aren't you worried that since Calvin was molested and abused, that he's going to do the same thing to your boys?" And my best friend, she defended me. She was like this, absolutely not.
Right.
And what I tell people is, why would I want to do something to someone
that caused you so much pain?
I would never want to do that. So I think some people just, I don't know, their mind automatically goes to, oh, well then, just because it happened to them, they're going to do it. No, don't get me wrong. There are some people that do fall down, follow that path.
Rabbit hole, yeah.
But yeah,
like even with me, growing up, my mom had a nursery, and she raised kids that were like from 6 months to 4 years old. Now the thing about that is, I I've been this way for a very long time. I've been trans. I went down the gay road. I wasn't ridiculed or beaten or anything for it. But because me and my mom had such a connection with kids that, even in church being brought up, I was with the kids. And when the adults decided to drop off, from being the leadership roles in certain things that we had that was involved in church, because it was a kid's, function or a kid's program, I would take charge or whatever. Well, I never got, I think I haven't, but I never got ridiculed for, Tracie's gay and, I don't know if I want, him or her around my kids. My mom raised these kids from babies. The thing in my mind is, I would never want to do that to a child.
Exactly.
This is it's a baby, or, like I said, it's a kid. This is their stage in life where these things are being soaked and sponged and knowledge that's being consumed into their minds. Mm-hmm. Why sit there and taint that? I thought as far as me growing up and helping my mom, with these kids, it was a way to show them that not all of the stereotypes that y'all put out there are going to be the same ones that are out here handling the business the right way. You do have maybe some gays or transgenders that may fall, like you say, down the rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. But there's still a large majority of others that are on the right path. Like I said, earlier, I would love to have a child that was brought into this world where I could be able to teach him and her, or her, the rights and the wrongs. As a boy, he should know how to respect a girl. He should know how to carry himself as a man. As a girl, she should know how to be a lady and to demand respect and to understand that, she is who she is and live in her strength, but so much of media, and outsiders who are outside of those boxes looking in, they go straight to that stereotype, you know what I'm saying, of he's a sissy or she's a lesbian, so let me watch my child around that person, not knowing what that person even went through.
Exactly.
Like you said, just because you was abused don't mean that you go into the mindset of wanting to abuse someone else.
Yeah. I think it depends on exactly that. I think it depends on the mindset of the person. If you're a strong person, a person who absolutely hated it and despised having had to go through something like that, then you definitely are more likely to not want to do that to anybody. Right.
And another thing about that as well that kind of blows my mind is the fact of that, I was talking to you earlier about these new cases about the priests that are molesting these kids and the Boy Scouts that are molesting these kids and everything.
Which has been going on for years.
For years, right. My thing about that is it's okay for this to go down that no one speaks of, which is such a taboo.
Right.
But it's okay for you to constantly bring your child to go to that same church.
Right.
To be in that same event with other kids.
And but really quickly, the definition for pedophilia is the sexual attraction to children who have not yet reached puberty.
Right.
Okay. So which means they have no concept, no mental understanding of anything sexual.
Right.
So it boggles my mind how anybody could think that classifying pedophilia as a sexual orientation, like being gay or straight or bisexual or transgender, that is,
right.
I can't understand.
Or